everyone. This is John with Charles, and we are here on Father's Day. Hello, everyone. And so we didn't know if we would be doing a show today, but we're actually live and here, and we're in our bar room today because we thought Father's Day, what a better place to be than in the bar. And so we have a drink recipe for the dads out there coming up that we think you're going to like. And a bunch of stuff coming up. It's actually a pretty big show. We've got quite a bit going on today.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. The first thing that we want to do, of course, is to say Happy Father's Day to all dads, granddads, great-granddads, stepdads, foster dads, dads in training, assistant dads, dads-to-be. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Okay, so with that done, and us here in the bar, the next thing that we're going to get to is our news and announcements that we're going to do. And we've got a couple things that I wanted to bring up today and show you, and this is a couple more articles that I found online, like I did last time. The first one of these is an article from the U.S. Sun, and this is from Goodwill. This gentleman here found a $90 carpet cleaner at Goodwill, and it sells online for $3,000. And in fact, this gentleman, he does this for a living. He actually goes to Goodwills and thrift stores and finds items like this and refurbishes them and either sells them, or in this case, if you actually watch the TikTok that he has, and the link is in the description below, he actually will rent this out. So he's going to rent the item out and make his money back on that. And so much more than the $3,000 that's worth. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because you keep hearing about how Goodwill's prices keep going up and you can't find a good deal there, and more people are shopping there, which is true. Traffic is going up at these stores, but if you're looking, if you know where to look, if you keep looking, you will find a deal. Second article that I wanted to show along the same lines. Now this is also from the U.S. Sun. This person bought a poster for a few dollars, and it turned out to be a one-of-a-kind worth $20,000. Now, to be honest with this one, this was actually a painting. The person had bought a painting that was in a frame. It was a print. And they found out when they took the frame apart and took the item out of there, that behind it was this movie poster. And I'll show it again. This is, it was for All Quiet on the Western Front. And this is a film about World War I. And this poster was in great condition, and why it was worth so much is because, well, one, it's rare, but also because this film had won several Academy Awards in this category. So worth $20,000. So again, it's out there. If you're looking for valuable items, if you're a collector, they're still out there. You may have to dig, but you'll find them. And again, the links to the articles and to the gentleman Rewilded Reselling to his TikTok is in the description below. Now, moving on, we are wanting to just remind you that we'd like you to sign up for our newsletter. And you can do that by going to our website at newsletter.charlesandjohn.com, or going to our website and clicking the newsletter button, filling out this short form, and then you just click the submit button. It's just that simple. And then you'll get notification of new episodes, reminders before live shows, exclusive content, sneak peeks of new content, and exclusive contests and giveaways. And of course, you'll make these random weirdos very happy. So there's that. So the last item of news that I have is that Charles here broke his toe. Again, how many toes have you broken them all now? Is that?
My first one I broke in November, which I had to have surgery and a cast for that one. Then I broke my humerus. And yeah, I was taking a shower Thursday afternoon, went to get out of the shower and hit the lip and broke the toe next to my big toe in two separate places.
Yeah. And so that's why we were going to go to an indoor antiques mall this weekend, but now that the toe's broken, that was not on the menu. So we'll be getting to that soon, and we'll have something to bring you on that soon. And this is Charles in the hospital after he broke his toe. he turned into this old lady here. So that was the only stock footage I could find. I was trying to find a broken toe or something, and I kept coming up with this old lady's in the hospital on ventilation. So.
So yeah, it's bad news. Womp womp.
Yes. One thing that we did get to do this past week was that we finally put together our next video for you, which was our shopping day in Bulverde. We went to 3 different stores and a restaurant, and we put together a video and released that this week. Now, a lot of you may not have seen it yet, so we wanted to give you a little sneak peek of it, and if you haven't seen it yet, the link is in the description. It's at our website. Take a look. It's a great video. So this is this is just a sneak peek of that video.
Yeah, they had all the Hummels together in one section. They had all the precious moments together. And we ran into this lunchbox.
Look at this old bewitched lunchbox. And it's in really good condition. When you open it, there's no rust. It looks really nice. It's in great condition.
I thought that was really pretty. And then I fell in love with this old bread slicer.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was, but apparently you set the bread up there, and then you'd lift that handle there, and that would slice the bread into perfect slices, colorful, I guess. Pottery, and these types of designs that really say like Mexico when you look at them. But they had a lot of furniture, and all of this appeared to be handmade. Absolutely gorgeous. So if you're in the area checking out one place, check this place out too. Along with that, you have fountains, some of the furniture, and outdoor benches made of concrete. This fountain here was actually running when we were there. It's very pretty. It always looks refreshing to have a water feature, especially out in the heat. Just running there, it was just it's so peaceful. And to put that with a bird bath and some outdoor furniture, you have a really nice setting. Pink flamingos, you got them. If you want them, you got them. And then you have all of these windmills, pinwheels that were on display. Thankfully, we were getting a breeze at this time, which was a nice, a nice break. And then here's some more lawn ornamentation, adorable. And again, more rooms with settings for you to go through and look at furniture and decorations. So that was our trip to Bulverde. We had a great time. If you're able to, head out there and take a look. So if you haven't seen our Bulverde shop along video, head over to our YouTube channel and check it out. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
So what's next?
So I've got a couple of things to show. 2 of them I'm going to show actually is bar related. So I got this actually at a flea market in Mississippi. It is, ooh, okay. It's this guy. He is a glass decanter. Do not know his age. I've only seen 2, and they were both clear.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I thought, because it looks like it's got a screw-on lid.
No, it's actually the lid is where you pour your shot.
Oh, I thought it was one of those Avon cologne bottles. You can see.
And there's his body, since I can't show both of them at the same time together.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have our same camera set up today, being in the bar.
But he's very nice, and like I said, I could not find a green one online anywhere. But yeah, I thought he was cute, so I picked him up. The only thing I wish he could do is I wish if I set him down, the shot glass would stay up. But unfortunately, he's not wide enough for that to happen.
And now he lives in our bar.
Yeah, now he lives in our bar at the top of the bar back up here. So that's the first thing. And from the same lady, I got this, which is another decanter. Has a nice handle, is made out of brass and glass. I do have to get the cork out of there, but it actually has a cork that sits in here. You can see where the cork is supposed to go. And the nice thing that I didn't know about is it is also a music box.
How about that? I would have thought this was some sort of kerosene lamp.
So,
it looks
yeah.
like one. How about that? So you can drink some booze, then wind that up and scare the hell out of the children while they're sleeping.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I thought it was nice. The Eagle decanter cost me $8, and the musical decanter cost me, I believe it was $12.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the bar stuff for dads out there. The next thing is the stuff that we got today.
Oh, so do we want to show the video from that then?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from, we went today to Goodwill
Yeah.
on Father's Day and went to see what they had. I think because they had just finished painting and they put
Yeah,
some new stuff out.
they did some repainting, so they didn't have anything on the shelves. They kind of cleared everything out. So it was very sparse last time I went in. They said they were going to start restocking it.
Ah, so here we go. The first thing, well, we saw this right off the bat. It's a little, was it a cookie canister there?
Yeah, a little cookie canister. I thought it was adorable.
Yeah, a
But
little holiday.
I figured I would leave it for somebody else to get because
Yeah.
we have a couple of them.
And for $8, not a bad deal. And then I saw this, and now this is, what is this?
There's a birdhouse.
It's a birdhouse. I called it a bird feeder, but, but it's not. It's a birdhouse.
Well, first you called it a bird building.
But this is, yes, but I thought it was cute. It's got kind of a little fall thing. You get the hay rides and everything. I liked it. I thought it was cute. And then I saw this little leather box here, just, you know, kind of a man's trinket box. I guess so. Men don't have trinkets, but whatever men put in boxes, you would put in here.
Cufflinks.
Cufflinks, yeah, for all the cufflinks I have. And then we saw this.
That is made in China, and the only thing that was on the back stamp was H, made in China. I did find a couple of pieces online, and just a cup was going for like $7-8.
Wow. And the whole set here. Now, this was a set of, was it this whole set of 8?
I believe so.
Yeah, for $40. And you got the cups, the bowls, and then there was a serving bowl.
And then you had the sugar bowl too.
That's right. That's right. And so that was a nice set to find there.
These, they were very cute. They were supposed to be a set of 4, but one was broken and missing. And then the dad's leg, you can see there, is broken off. And they glued it back on really bad. I was going to talk to someone about the price of it because they were asking $35 for it. And online, for a complete set of 4, unbroken, was about $50.
Now tell us about these canisters. This was a real find here, and we didn't buy it.
Yeah, these canisters, so I found them online. They're ceramic canisters with an architectural motif on them. I looked them up online, and for the set of 3 was $650.
Wow.
And they wanted, what, 70 or 70?
For the whole set, it was $75.
Yeah, $75 for those.
Yeah.
But we left that for someone else to get.
Yes.
And then there was this piece, which came from the actual Titanic store.
So if you go to the Titanic museums, the
Yeah.
ones you'll find like in Gatlinburg and that place in that other state that
I don't remember.
yes, Branson,
Yeah.
Missouri.
But yeah, you could find that in the store. That is actually a copy of the first class tea sets.
Yeah. And this is a bake it forward plate. I thought this was a really cool idea. So basically, you bake something, and on it's a little poem that tells you to share it with the next person, and you pass the plate along. And this was interesting. This is a decanter as well?
Yes, that was a globe decanter, and it came with a set of 4 glasses and the stand that the decanter sits on.
I've seen these before. They're not cheap, but they were given. This one was for sale for $25,
Yeah.
and it was in great condition. All the glasses were there. The decanter was there, and then this was a little wine bar, so you could put your wine there, a drawer for your corkscrews and whatnot, and then this whole top here slid open, so you would have additional space to serve your wine and whatnot. And they wanted $65 for the wine bar, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't in bad shape. But we already have this bar, so we didn't need it.
Right. And so what did we actually end up getting?
So we got a couple of things. One, we got this. Little big Christmas trees with a little burlap sack. I thought it was cute. I could easily just take the burlap sack off. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting a ceramic planter that's Christmas colors and nestle that bad boy right in there with a little Christmassy blanket and make it a little planter.
Neat.
So I thought it was cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Next thing that I got, and I actually asked them about this at the register. It had no lid, so I'm guessing the lid was there at some point because they had a price on it. But the box that I found, this part, did not have a price on it. So I asked the girl at the register, how much would she let it go for? $2.
$2.
So it is a bag of potpourri, which actually smells really nice. It has little berries and dehydrated blood orange, different little
No, it's never been
things in
opened.
there.
It's still,
No.
still original packaging.
And then the main reason why I got it is for this. Because we actually get rose hips, right? Mm-hmm. That we use. And the nice thing about this was, and I didn't know it until afterwards, it is Christmas. It is the partridge in the pear tree.
Nice.
And I had no idea until I looked at it closer when I got home. But it's well made. So you can tell it's a premium piece.
Yeah.
And of course, I like the look of the glass. But yeah, we're just going to put Christmas scented rose hips in it and put it out for Christmas time.
Yep. Nice for $2. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, not bad for $2. All right, and next, John actually found this piece.
What is that? Oh, it's the. It has my initials on it.
Yeah, it has his actual initials on it. I mean, go figure. But it's a nice little storage tote. Yeah. It's padded.
Yeah, so you could put a little laptop in it, or maybe a sketchbook or something, and carry it around. I have a thing for bags. I have a lot of backpacks and bags and things that I just like to carry around, and I always have a backpack with me. So, and this was $7.
Yeah.
And it came pre-monogrammed.
Yeah, pre-monograms. They ain't got to pay for that. We got two more things. So I got these two brass stands. I polished them up. They look great.
Oh, they do. So what are you planning to do with those?
I think I may use them in our curio cabinet to display something.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, this lends an air of elegance to whatever you put on it by just having it be brass. Because you see so many of them that are plastic, or they are
painted
just
wood.
Black painted wood.
But yeah, I thought these were really pretty. I mean, you don't usually see brass
Yeah. And how much were those?
stands. They were $2 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Great find.
But brass, $2 a piece, and you usually don't see brass stands like this, so I snatched them up.
Great find.
And the last thing that we picked up, which was something that I usually use them during Christmas time. It is a pack of, at minus 16. It's a pack of candlelight church service candles. And it's usually a pack of 100, like I said, minus 16, for $10. And online, we saw them on Amazon for $55.
Oh, you got quite a discount. $50 to $5 versus $10, and it's just missing 16 candles. And we use these in the it's a German.
Yeah, our German pyramid.
Yes.
Like the German Christmas tree.
I was going to call it a glockenspiel for some reason. But I don't think that's it.
No. So yeah, that was the things that we picked up today, and
Sounds German.
quite happy with the little things that we found today.
Absolutely, yeah. That was that's great. Next up, we actually have a user submission that we wanted to take a look at today. And let me put it up on the screen for you. Now, this was sent in by Tracy in Lafayette, Louisiana. And what is this that we're looking at?
So this is a German Kammer and Reinhardt, circa 1915 to 1925.
Wow.
She is a bisque. Her arms, legs, and head is bisque. And the inside of her body is composed of sawdust, glue, and other materials.
Amazing. So this is nearly 100 years old. Was that what we said? Is that what you said?
Between 1915 and 1925.
Wow. So about 100 years old.
Yeah, she could be even over 100.
Wow. And she's in great condition.
Yeah, I think she's very pretty.
Absolutely.
She has very beautiful, bright, lively hair. Her dress looks really good on her. I like it.
Do we know what the value of something like that would go for?
I do not.
Yeah.
I forgot to look it up.
But it's a very, very beautiful doll, and it's in great condition, and I'm sure that this is worth quite a bit.
No, I would imagine with the age of it and the condition she's in.
Condition, absolutely. So maybe we could look that up and maybe on our next show.
Yeah.
Let us know what this is. Well, thank you, Tracy, for sending that in. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. So now, with it being Father's Day and us being in the bar, you have a Father's Day drink recipe that you're going to share with us. And it's not one that is super new. In fact, it's not new at all. It's one of the oldest drinks around, but it's a good, it's not frou-frou, it's not fruity. It's something you can order at a bar. So what are we making?
We are making a classic old fashioned.
Awesome.
So let's get started on that. All right, so we can get our glass and to get us some ice.
So you're just taking a glass and adding some ice to it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we are going to add our simple syrup.
And what is simple syrup?
I make my own. It's literally even parts sugar and water. And you heat it up on the stove until the water turns back clear. So the sugar is completely melted. And then you let it cool off and put it into a bottle.
Right. And if you don't want to make your own at home, we do have links in the description, and we also have a link on our website in the recipe itself that'll bring you to simple syrup on Amazon, and you can get that recipe by going to recipe618.charlesandjohn.com, or you can just go to charlesandjohn.com and the recipe will be on the website.
Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of simple syrup.
Okay.
And then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of water.
So we're actually adding just plain water.
Yep, just plain water. Then we're going to do 2 dashes of bitters.
And what are bitters?
Bitters is an aromatic. It helps brighten up the flavor of a drink and bring it out, pretty much kind of just elevate it. Where it brings it brings a whole new flavor to it, makes it taste so much better. So then we're going to use bourbon whiskey. And
so use your favorite brand, but for trademark, copyright reasons, and all that stuff, we took the we didn't put the label here.
Yeah. So we're going to do 1.5 of a jigger. And then we're going to do a slice of orange.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that, just the juice from that orange just flying up into the air in front of the lights. It gives such a great smell. I guess a lot of that is the aromatics for the drink.
It is. And usually what I do is I put it on here, if I can get it on. I think I made it too small. Yeah, I did. So we will forget about that part. And usually what I will do is I will drop them in there. And then I usually suggest maraschino cherries, but I use a darker cherry. It has a much better flavor. And I usually put just a little bit of the syrup from the cherry.
And what are these cherries called?
Amarino.
Amarino. And so they're not the same as maraschino.
No.
No. Now you can use maraschino, right?
Yes.
Yes, but if you want these particular cherries, on the recipe on our website, we do have a link to these on Amazon if you'd like to pick up some. And full disclosure, if you do click on the links, we do get a small commission from it, so we do appreciate that. Thank you.
So you put it in there, just swirl it around a little bit so the cherry juice mixes up, and there you go.
And that's an old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. So, I have never had an old-fashioned before.
Well, you want to try it?
Absolutely. Let's see. So you got this cherry here, and this here like this, and that's it's not what I was thinking old-fashioned would be a lot darker than this for some reason. I've never. That's not bad. It's got the whiskey flavors. You've got that bourbon flavor in there, but the other ingredients, the water kind of tames that whiskey down, and then you have the aromatics from the bitters and the orange and the cherry that kind of gives it just a hint of something other than whiskey in here. This is actually really nice.
Well, thank you. And hopefully you guys will try it, and hopefully you like it too.
Yeah, that was great. Again, you can go to recipe618.charlesandjohn.com, or just head over to our website, and the recipe is there, along with links where we can to items on Amazon if you need simple syrup or the cherries or the bitters. We have that there for you as well. So great drink, great for Father's Day. I enjoy that one. I guess last up, we saved one of our favorite things for last. We did this last time,
Yeah.
and we're doing it again this time. We're going to be playing a game, and the game that we came up with last time that we really enjoyed playing was called What the Hell Is That? So, basically, I'm trying to stump the band is what we're doing, and I will show Charles a series of pictures and of antique items, and he is going to guess what they are, or try to guess what they are. Didn't do so well last time.
No, I did not do very well last time. Let's see how I do today.
Okay, here's the first item. Oh, look at the right there. Do you know what that is?
Well, I want to say that's crystal and silver plated, and I want to say that is a jewelry box.
Jewelry box. That is, it is a crystal, and oh look, my face is in the way.
Glove box.
Glove box. It's
Oh,
a crystal
I
and silver
forgot
glove
about
box.
glove boxes.
Yes, I had no idea. I had no idea that this was a thing. Actually, I didn't know that. What do you put gloves in this? So
Yes, a lot of ladies had long silk gloves that went down almost to their elbows. And to keep those gloves nice and crisp and clean, they would have a crystal box that they would put them in just so they would be protected from the elements and from dust. Because back then, I mean, you had silk, you didn't have like dry cleaning to take them to.
That's
so you
true.
had to be very careful about how you took care of them. But I've seen many glove boxes. It's just not often that I see them.
Well, apparently they're not that common. This one's from around 1918, and online you would pay about $1,400 in this condition. You can see it's got some wear on it there, but that's.
Yeah.
But and I did see some other glove boxes as well, but this one just stuck out to me that you would have a crystal and silver one, because I was thinking car. When I was thinking glove box, I thought, the thing in your car, and I'm thinking you're driving your old Model T with this sitting along, just bouncing around and breaking. But apparently that's not it. It's just a different kind of glove box.
Yeah, a lot of them I would see that were made out of like cedar and stuff, just because cedar will help with humidity, help keep like moths out. So I have seen a lot of them where they were made out of cedar. Apparently whoever owned this was a very wealthy lady if she had a crystal and silver glove box.
Wow. So would this have been expensive back then as well?
Oh yes. Back then,
This was like 1918, right? Yeah.
yeah, a piece like this would have easily been 20, 25 bucks, and that's quite a bit for 1918.
Wow. So, crystal and silver glove box. All right, let's see. Next up is this item. Do you know what this is?
It looks like a meat tenderizer to me.
Meat tenderizer.
I'm probably going to be totally wrong.
Actually, you're right.
Oh,
You got one.
I got one, finally.
It is
Yay.
a Russian meat tenderizer from the 1980s. It's not even that old. This one would be about 50 bucks. They're still made today. You can get them for around 20 bucks online, brand new. I thought it looked much older than that. It looked like a medieval shaving implement that would just really give you a terrible shave. But it's a tenderizer. So you would just roll this over the meat?
Yeah, pretty much. Just roll it over the meat. It's kind of like the meat tenderizers you see now, except you just don't beat the meat on the counter to tenderize it. You just roll it, and it forces those really sharp pieces into the meat.
Nice. Well, you got one.
Yeah, finally. At least you're not being too terrible on me today.
Okay, let's go to the next one here. This is, do you know what this is?
That looks like a Art Nouveau silver centerpiece for your dining table. But it's got to have some sort of practical use.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that part of it is the space on there. It gives kind of, I mean, when I found out what it was, kind of
I'm
gave it
gonna
away.
assume a cake stand or some sort of dessert stand.
A cake stand or let's see here. This is wrong thing there. Let's see. So no, actually, this is a visiting card tray.
Really?
Yes. Circa 1911. It's German. It is silver. So you would sit your cards in this area here. I don't know if it's going to show up on the screen, but you would sit your cards here in the area
In the
with
open space.
In the open space, right? And that would be where, and apparently having calling cards was a thing back then in the late 1800s or the 1800s, 1900s, where you would have these little cards that you'd leave behind or whatever that would have like your address and name, because there was no phones, but you would leave your address and name behind, and they called those calling cards or a visiting card. And this particular one is very valuable, and is the website that I saw it at was they were wanting $6,500 for this silver tray here.
That's quite a bit.
It is quite a bit. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I managed to make that work. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. And what is this?
That is a wood and brass cooler. Basically, it's a refrigerator. The bottom left side, they would bring a huge block of ice.
So this here?
Yes. You put the block of ice inside of there, and it cools the rest of the compartment. So basically, that is a first ever refrigerator.
You are correct. This is an ice box. It's Gibson Cambria was the name. Circa 1880 on this, and they actually did line out what was what in here. So actually, the ice went here in this model.
Wow, they usually put it on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. But you put your milk and butter and whatnot, that would go down here, and I don't know how you'd fit your milk in there. I guess sideways, and then you put
the containers were much shorter back then.
Right, and so and your fresh fruits and vegetables here, and then you'd put eggs and cooked meats and leftovers here, and then raw meat and poultry here, because everybody knows that cold sinks and heat rises. So that's, I guess, the design here is that the cold would go down in here, and so the things that you wanted to keep the most cold.
It makes sense since you have a larger compartment on the side. The walls of that was made out of, I think it was lead or stainless steel. I don't remember. But the compartment walls is what generated the coolness to the rest of it. So it would make sense, since that side is taller, you would have the ice cooling both of those walls to make both compartments cool. So yeah, I guess if I would have looked at it a little closer, I would have figured it out.
But you got it right.
Yeah.
That was right. So icebox, which is what some people, like even if you had grandparents or something, especially if you're in our generation, you had grandparents, they would still call the refrigerator the icebox.
Yeah, the icebox.
And what I found was there was a guy, an iceman, who would come around, and I think in the article it said like every 2 to 3 days,
yeah,
with more ice, and you paid this guy to come and bring you ice to put in.
Yeah, and there was this huge hook that he would hook the block and pull it out of the truck and pull it into your house and slide it into your ice box. Now, I actually had one of these when I lived in Kentucky, but it was shorter. It had like the compartment underneath the ice chamber. The compartment was up above it, and then the ice chamber was in the bottom. So it was just one little chamber.
Right. And surprisingly, even for one of this era, this one's from 1880, it must be so common that they're not very valuable. This one you can get for about $250.
It's more of the demand is so low that a lot of people just don't want them.
Yeah.
Not unless you have a house that you're decorating for that era would be the only time someone would actually want that. So they're just really not hugely in demand, because if you've restored a house from that era and you wanted to get a refrigerator from that era, you already bought it, so you don't need another one. So they're just not highly in demand,
Right.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Well, you actually got 2 out of the 4 that time. And I
Yeah.
think you got none last time. But if you have an item that you want us to see or you think would stump Charles here, you can send it to us at our email address, which is afterhours@charlesandjohn.com. Also, same email address if you want to send us a submission. If you have an item that an antique or something that you found that you'd like to share with us, like Tracy did today, you can send it to the same address, which is over at afterhours@charlesandjohn.com. And that's about all we have for today.
Yeah.
It was nice to come here on Father's Day and share this time with you guys. We'll have another show soon. We have some things in the works, and hopefully we'll be here next Sunday with another live show. And don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe, and especially subscribe. That really helps us out a lot. So if you're watching this, it's free. I know everybody asks you to do it, and it's a pain, but if you could just hit that subscribe button, it really helps us out a lot. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, there's been times where I didn't want to subscribe to people, just because I'm like, ugh. But then I realized after getting into this that it actually does help us out in the long run.
Especially when you're a new channel.
Yes.
Older channels,
Older
not as
channels,
much.
yeah.
If you have 1 million subscribers, it doesn't matter as much. But when you're new like we are, it really does help if you can hit that subscribe button for us. So we appreciate it. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.